here to present this presentation. So my presentation is about e-learning in Morocco, about the impact of COVID-19 on Morocco's e-learning. So the plan of my presentation is like that. I will start with the small introduction and the research objective. Then I will pass to the research methodology, and then I will study the analysis and funding. After that, I present the results and the lessons learned, and finally with the conclusion. So the global pandemic has affected the education system worldwide. So this pandemic has shut down all institutions of education. So what is the impact of COVID-19 on e-learning in Morocco? How do we ensure the continuity of our children's academic education? Is the virtual learning the solution? The public and the private education institutions are ready and well equipped to deal with this crisis. The teachers have been trained to teach at distance. All these questions I will try to give some response in order to solve this problematic. So, at the time of the coronavirus pandemic, the Ministry of National Education announced that the suspension of classes from Monday, 16 March, until further notice in all education institutions and university in the public and private sectors. So the ultimate objective was to deal with this crisis and to avoid the contaminations. So my research is to identify the impact of the COVID in the e-learning system or in the distance education, and was an occasion that made me to collect experiences and opinions from some colleagues from different disciplines and some students' families in a survey that was carried out online among about 50 colleagues and hundreds of students' families in different regions. After a month of distance learning. So, looking after the availability of the material used to the tools offered, the working time and the participation of learners and their autonomies. So, the research methodology is given the complexity of the situation and fact appeared, we opted for all plural approaches that treated the reality analyzed from a complementary points of view, a deductive perspective that implements the funding of education technology research. These theoretical choices give an important place to qualitative and qualitative approaches. Sorry. The analysis finding, and so a brief look at higher education before COVID. So I tried to give two elements, higher education and scholar education. So in higher education, so the university had the university, despite the many reforms implemented, has not yet been able to play the expected role, and in order to improve the quality of higher education, an emergency program was put in place, making the learner at the center of educational action and integrating ECT, that's mean information and communication technology in education and training under the National Strategy Moroccan Numeric 2013 was adopted. So the telematics is a portal that has existed for a long time since the start of the Genie for Genie. So the program research project on the use of distance learning platform is part of this framework. The challenge was to modernize the Moroccan higher education through the integration of this information and communication technology. Problem. Okay. In the school education, it has mobilized to respond to the needs of learners following the cessation of fact-to-fact, to face-to-face classes by creating a several education platforms such as Talim.ma, and using the national channels like Atakafiya, Lion, Arabia, several channels which have stopped their programs to broadcast the contents of the different cycles of education. So the Ministry of National Education has set up virtual classes for the benefits of school children through the platform teams, making and also making a dissemination of videos capsules designed for this purpose to help students who are expected to take certifications tests at the end of the school year. Finally, broadcasting courses to cover all regions of the kingdom, particularly the most isolated ones, in order to reduce disparities between regions in access to information by using the radio channel. And so this study make me to have an idea about that the pandemic has highlighted the problems of education in Morocco. It has reflected of the states of education in general and has been an opportunity to requisition to challenges and its future in a world that has become more competitive. It should also to be pointed at, as mentioned above, that a good part of the teaching staff has not been prepared to deal with this crisis situation. Some teachers with means at their disposal have employed the most widely used social networks in the country to keep it in touch with their learners using Facebook, WhatsApp that allow them to share documents with their learners. So indeed, there has been a flagrant lack of employability of digital is not only among learners who cannot afford a smartphone, a tablet, a computer or laptop, or even access to an internet connection, but also among some teachers who unfortunately did not regularly integrate information and communication technology in their teaching practice. So other difficulties noted during this new experience of using technology is that school children, middle school and high school students who are not used to using this new mode of distance learning in a formal way. Finally, they found themselves bombarded with digital resources and did not know what to do with them, especially if parents unable to help their children in this situation. So what can we get like as a lessons from this situation? So my study make me sure that there are a lot of efforts to be made in this direction because other teachers are not yet involved in this new mode of teaching. It should be pointed out that one of the advantages of the pandemic crisis is that a significant number of teachers have mobilized to make a success this distance learning. A lot of effort.
Sir, can you please conclude?
Yes, okay. In fact, of this pandemic, the distance education has proven to be one of the most efficient solutions to meet the need of the learners. It goes without saying that learning will never replace the teacher. is why this new mode of teaching should be seen as an additional and added value that would enrich face-to-face teaching. This coronavirus pandemic will have to serve as a lesson and prepare us for possible risks. So finally, I want to thank you about your listening. Thanks.
Well, sir, thank you for your presentation. May I know your topic, sir? Once again, you repeat your title,
Okay.
if you don't mind. Hello.
Yes.
Sir, can you repeat your topic, sir? Means topic title.
My topic.
Yeah, title.
So my topic is about the e-learning system after COVID. So COVID has a great impact
Okay,
into
sir.
education system.
I have a question right now.
Okay.
Like you are saying that in this COVID time, the e-learning platform is creating a good boom in globally, right?
Okay.
Sir, as per your view, is this kind of e-learning system is good for the students or not? As per your point of view.
Okay. So yes, it's good, but we can't just limited our system education just in e-learning or in distance education. So we should mix the face-to-face teaching and the e-learning or distance education, because there are some difficulties for learners to access to this type of learning, and that make us to avoid a lot of problems. So that is the great conclusion that we get after this study.
So thank you. Did anyone have any kind of queries? Kindly ask to him. If anyone have.
Okay.
Did anyone have any kind of queries or doubts regarding his research? Kindly ask to him right now.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you for your valuable time.
You are welcome.
Yes, sir. Kindly mute your audio and video.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. And Malak. Malak.
Huh?
Hello.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
yeah, ma'am. Can you share your screen?
Sorry, I can't hear you well.
No, ma'am. Can you
With
make?
that? Yes. Yes.
Can you unmute your video?
Okay. Sure. They said that you deactivate.
Hello, ma'am. Malak, I think so. Ma'am, your voice is muted. Malik? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah.
Can you hear me? Please, can you activate the option of sharing the? I'm trying to share it, but it says that the animator has deactivated the possibility to share the screen.
One second, ma'am. I can give the access to you.
Kindly please allow me to speak something. I have some questions.
One second, sir. At the end of the presentation, I will give you the platform to ask.
Sir, actually I am from Jammu and Kashmir. Here
Okay.
we are suffering from 10 months, for the last 10 months without internet. Right now I am using 2G internet here. So it's a problem of technical issue. Somewhere I get disconnected. So this time I was having, connectivity.
Okay.
Sir, please, I'm trying to share my screen.
Now you try. Now you try it, ma'am. It may be
I
possible.
can, okay. Yes, now it's possible. Can you see it now?
No, ma'am.
Okay, one second, please.
Yeah, now it's visible to us.
It is visible now?
Yeah, ma'am. You continue, ma'am. Right now.
Okay, I can begin?
Yeah, ma'am. You begin. You can start your presentation, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So first of all, I want to thank all the team of organization, especially the team of Management Wonders. Thank you a lot for your patience. Thank you for your flexibility with us. I present myself. I'm Malek Ouhazama. I'm from Morocco. And I'm PhD student I'm in the final year in the University of Abdelmalek Sadi, especially in the school, the National School of Management. The presentation today is about the evaluation of the training engineering of Moroccan cooperatives for better performance.